You're watching OSI 74.
Turn around. Look, it's rock and roll.
Hey, Richie Scarlett, you're watching Monster Madhouse. Hey, Monster Madhouse TV. How you doing today? I'm Richie Scarlett. I'm known as the Emperor of Rock and Roll. I don't take it too seriously, but it's better than being called the jerk-off of rock and roll. Hey,
Richie Scarlett.
there's only one thing, God.
Real. Man, this guy is a guitar legend. This is the Emperor of rock and roll.
Yeah,
How'd you get that name?
I believe Ace gave me that name many years ago, Ace Frehley, and it was just a goof, and I never take it seriously. But I'm happy to be here in Washington, D.C., with Monster Madhouse TV. Yeah! And this has been a great tour. I'm looking forward tonight to playing, where we at then?
We're in Northwest Washington, D.C., the 930 Club.
930 Club.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Very historical place. Actually haunted, actually. There he is. They got
That's where we are.
Is that a real cupcake, or is that one of
Yeah,
the
that's it.
plastic ones that they put out? Oh, man.
Yeah, that's the
it's
real
like,
deal.
I think that's wax. I think he'll eat it anyway. You know these
We're at the
rockers.
930 Club here in Washington, D.C., and, yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Richie is one of the original Monster Kids, man.
I sure am. I love all the B movies. My wife Joanne and I have every late 50s black and white B movie, whether it's Attack of the Giant Leeches
Right.
or
Roger
50-Foot
Corman.
Woman, you know, whatever it is, no matter how bad they are.
Yeah.
Bela Lugosi, I had the privilege of putting his cape on. I went to Forrest Ackerman's
No
mansion when he
kidding.
was alive. And he put his cape around me, and I just stood there like,
Wow.
And I've hung out with his son a number of times,
Right.
Bela Lugosi Jr.
We found out this guy has a collection of Aurora model kits. He's got all the old stuff, man. Back in the day, when the monster movies and all that stuff is kind of what created this kind of rock
Well,
culture.
I grew up, Forrest J. Ackerman was really kind of like my dad. I didn't have a father growing up, so I started buying Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine right off of Broadway in Bronx, New York, and that was it. That was the beginning of being a monster kid all my life.
Right.
And then I purchased the Frankenstein model, 61 and 62 with the Dracula, Wolfman coming out. Great artwork with James Bond, fantastic.
man.
All of them, the Creature, Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, Frankenstein, Dracula. And then he moved on to Godzilla, and then I got Forgotten Prisoner, Castlemare came out.
Right.
And then the Glow in the Dark series, and it was it's been an obsession all my life, and I have a whole museum of
Wow.
over, I don't know, maybe close to 500 models. How about a few monsters for you? The Creature, Mole Man, Bela, Claude Rains, the Invisible Man, Metaluna Mutant, Gorgo, the British Godzilla, Monsters, Superboy, bunch of comic book heroes here. My boys up here, Wolfman, Lon Chaney, Boris Karloff, Frankenstein, The Forgotten Prisoner, Castlemare, Rodan, the first movie I ever saw, horror movie, monster movie. Frankenstein coming through the wall. Some Draculas that pop, the tradition of Andy Warhol. Draculas. Over here we got the big boy, Frankenstein. And along all these walls, hundreds more robots, Japanese stuff. Ben Cooper mask, original Don Post mask from the 60s, Don Post creature mask. The Bride, creature. And over here, another Illuminator section. Kind of a lost. A lot of people don't know about Gorgo.
Gorgo, yeah, right.
Gorgo was the British Godzilla.
Yeah.
They captured him. It was a very good British-made movie.
It was a good movie, yeah.
And they put him on display, and then the mother came after him.
Right.
And just started destroying London.
The world as millions flee its awesome terror. Crashing crescendo of sights never before beheld by human eyes, and adventures never before experienced by any man or woman.
How does it feel to look over when you're jamming and Ace Frehley's your lead guitar player?
It's always been a thrill, to play with Ace. There's a certain chemistry that Ace and I have that it's unexplainable. Normally, I always played in power trios. I never really enjoyed playing with other guitar players much, but with Ace Frehley, you can't get any more rock and roll than him.
Absolutely.
So it's this leg of the tour, this whole tour, we've been touring for about a year and change now. We're all over Europe, England, and France, and Norway, and Sweden.
Wow.
We did Donington and all the big festivals, and now we're back here in the States, and just came in from Atlanta, Georgia, Virginia. We just did 4 shows in Florida, and it's growing up in New York, Kiss, at that time, before they became the American Beatles, which they are pretty much today, they were such a New York-based thing, and I was right on the ground floor when it all happened.
Now we got our technician guy here, and I see they really make these
right
guys
in,
work.
man.
Yeah, they really make these guys work here. What's your favorite monster movie?
Dracula.
There you go.
You've been playing with Ace. She's probably about 20. I saw you play with him 20 years ago, man.
No, that was my father.
Well, that was your dad. Yeah, pops. He looks just like you, when the moon is full.
I originally started with Ace in like '84, I believe, and then I did this first tour the first time you ever toured without makeup.
Right.
So the photographers and everybody were, no one knew what he looked like.
Right. He didn't even know what he looked like. Yeah, right.
And then I left, and then I came back in '89 and did a record with him called Trouble Walking.
Great record,
Thank
man.
you.
Just wow.
So I had, I co-wrote a bunch of tracks on that record. I sang lead vocal on Too Young to Die. So everybody who thinks it's the Catman singing that song, it is not. It's me. watched Abbott Costello meet Frankenstein on a projector.
Right,
When I was a
absolutely,
little
man.
kid. My favorite horror comedy movie ever made. I used to go down to 42nd Street, all the camera stores, buy the little Super 8.
Castle Films.
Castle, yeah. Put them on my projector, no sound. They cut out all the lovey-dovey shit and just went right to the action.
That's what it's all about. Now, of course, nowadays you got YouTube and all this kind of stuff, you know, and you can go on YouTube, man. Just type in Richie Scarlet's name. All kinds of great videos pop up because now everybody's filming in the audience.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, it's unbelievable. We get done with a song and it's already posted.
It's already
it's already
live.
sent up there, and that's technology.
Yeah. People are live streaming, you know, while you're in the concert, which is great, you know. So we're gonna put together a little montage. Here's a bunch of clips of Richie over the past like 3 decades. Show monster movies the way they used to make real monsters. It's got to have a monster in it. Monsters, destruction. When you watch Monster Madhouse, you're always going to see great monster movies. Not really, but her.
Essentials Volume 1. It's a collection of from my whole CD catalog of all the different cuts. That's all remastered, and Essentials Volume 1 on Prudential Records, and that could be all downloaded. And I was fortunate to have a #1 song a few years ago from my CD. I played the 5th. It's called Without Your Love. So that went #1 across the nation on a lot of independent charts, where all of a sudden everybody wanted to talk to me. You know what I mean, Jerry? Like before that, nobody gave a shit. Now all of a sudden I got a #1 song. I said, why do you want to talk to me now? Well, Rich, you got a #1 song, Rich. See?
That'll do it,
so
man.
that's all the politics involved.
I never thought that I could lose you on that hot summer afternoon, but I could see my girl right through you, for I knew I'd be gone too soon. There was a time when I was feeling so frightened and alone, but then you reached out to hold me. You pulled me out of the danger zone. Without your love, well, my nights are long and my days are filled with pain. Without your love, it's a feeling inside, and it's something I just can't explain. Without your love, I'd be so lonely.
Played the 5th was my most successful record. I got to thank Eddie Trunk too for pushing that record.
You played with Leslie West in the Mountain?
Yes, I did. For many years I toured Leslie West and Corky Lang, playing bass actually.
Wow, I love playing
Leslie
bass.
called me up and he said, I want you to play bass. I said, I'm a lead guitar player. He goes, I know you are, but I want you to play bass. Look at Ronnie Wood when he played with Jeff Beck, man. Because Ronnie played bass with Beck many years ago.
Exactly.
So that was 8 years that we toured the world. record. That one's #1. It's called Baby Doll. Charlie Gracie is a rockabilly legend, more known in England than the States. He's from Philadelphia. He's the first rock and roll star to come out of Philly.
Wow.
And I just recently did Chubby Checker's new single, Changes.
Holy
Another
crap.
Philly guy.
Chubby Checker, he's the guy that did the twist.
That's American pop culture right there.
Wow.
Some changes in my life. Yeah, in my life.
And I just, I did the Misfits record a while back. Horror rock,
Right.
Jerry Only, if you're out there, I love you, baby. Jerry Only has kept the Misfits going for 30 years and produced Desi Cadina's. Watch for his new stuff from the Misfits. I just love, doing all kinds of different kinds of music. I don't like being locked into one thing.
Look at that, oh yeah.
That's from the 1949 serial, The Crimson Ghost.
In just 1 minute, I will inject a more powerful drug into your veins which will entirely destroy your mind, leaving you a hopeless idiot for the rest of your life. I agree.
Do as I say.
Now you're familiar to the Chiller Theater Convention
Yes.
up in Jersey. Now
Kevin Clement.
Kevin is a great guy.
Kevin has had me there as a guest for the last 15 years.
Now his band, the Dead Elvi.
Yeah.
Those guys are a trip.
Yeah.
Now you're an honorary member of that band, aren't
I
you?
am. I get up and play with them, or I just do a few songs of my own. But Kevin Clement is always treating me like gold, and I love the man, and I thank him for that convention. It's gotten bigger and bigger.
Right,
every year.
right.
3 days, and it's kind of turned into a multimedia convention.
Right.
It used to be horror, now it's
That's
rock stars,
everything.
porn stars, wrestling stars.
Zachary.
Yeah, Zach.
Zachary.
I got to play on his. I played on stage with Zachary. I guess it was his 80th birthday.
Wow.
We did the Monster Mash. I believe he's in his 90s now.
Right. Now, he put out the official notice he is retiring
Yes,
this
I
year.
did see that, and God bless him, man.
And we have worked with Zachary before. We've shot with him on his set. Here's a clip of me and Zachary goofing on.
Cool.
Watch out. Yeah, here we go. Ready? What would happen if somebody was to put their face Oh, there we go.
You had one hell of a shock.
If you like the folks in Transylvania, they're just your kind. You feel at home among the monsters and the Frankensteins. 100 years I'll time with me, with somebody loving me and loving me. Oh, come with me to Transylvania. Come, my dear, with me.
Now that's music.
And man, I'll tell you what, it's really great to meet you
Jerry,
again, man.
So it's a pleasure being here. Monster Madhouse
Yeah,
TV, man.
We're on TV every day with the Monster Movies. Now, to catch up with Richie, now on the Facebook.
Yes, you can reach me on Facebook, Richie Scarlett, the Emperor of Rock.
And what about Ace too? Now, what if people want to check up on Ace?
Ace has a brand new record coming out, Origins Volume 1. He's got a lot of great guests on it, including Slash.
Wow.
He's got Paul Stanley actually singing Fire and Water, the
No
song by
kidding.
Free.
The guy that sang Wooly Bully, he's on there too, right? What's his name? John and the Pharaohs? Or no, I'm just
How dare you hold my wife in front of my
Lita
eyes?
Ford
Turn
does
around, look behind your back.
on it,
Wow.
and, so he's got a lot of guests. That record comes out on the 16th. And
So what's that? AceFrehley.com? Pretty simple like that? Probably.
yeah.
Just put up the Ace signal up in the air, like Batman.
No, come here, come here.
Action!
Turn around. Look, it's rock and roll.
Scotty Coogan, he's played with a zillion bands, and is just a fantastic voice, killer drummer.
Right.
The bass player that plays here with Ace, Chris Wise, the Wise Man, we call him.
Wise Man.
He's from the Cult. He did Mick Jagger's solo record and did Ozzy's records. This particular lineup of the Ace Frehley band, the chemistry, Jerry, is really off the charts, man. You know, it's just,
I can imagine.
We've just been kicking serious ass.
Yeah, you guys literally light the stage on fire, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just sweat and blood
That's
and
it.
volume, and
You know.
it's just fantastic.
It's old school rock and roll with lots of energy, kind of going back to the energy of like bands like the MC5.
Yeah, man.
Stuff that you just don't see anymore. We're still doing it.
You guys
We're
have
proud
that,
of you.
those guitars are locked in, man, and it's that Les Paul. I think it's the shape of the body of the Les Paul that actually channels that sound. No, what is this new guitar you're playing, man?
Wow, you know, there you go, man. The Emperor Rock model. You know, I never had a guitar with my name across, so like the old country western guys. Merle Haggard just passed away, so
Yeah, he did.
Loki from Muskogee. And this guitar, this company Babbitt's is these are the best bridges made on the planet. Babbitt's bridges. Seymour Duncan's, and you got the.
Now, what's the how much is that weighing in at compared to like the Les Paul
It's
custom?
about half the weight.
Right.
Is that cool or what?
Yeah. Fantastic.
I'm very blessed to still be out here doing this. I'd like to thank all the fans and people that have supported my music. It's just a beautiful thing, and I'm very blessed. And I'd like to thank you, Jerry, for all the hospitality here in D.C. And Rhonda and Mark. There you go.
Yeah, all right.
Keep in touch with us, all right? Thank you. Rock on, baby.
Vision of the American Indian. They once dominated my continent, but the white man came along and he shot their spirit down, for the color of their skin was red. We stole their land with liquor in our hands, destroyed their way of life too. Their destination was a lonely reservation. What else can the white man do? Geronimo! Long live Simcoe too. Long live all the warriors that died against me and you. Long live the crazy horde and the nation of the Sioux. For the karma of Custer was true. June 25th, 1876, the 7th Cavalry was on a killing fix, while down by the river of Little Big Horn, 268 soldiers gone. As the blood rains down on the cold ground, 268 soldiers gone. It's open so for the turquoise and the silver and the gold, and the land where the buffalo once roamed. The turquoise and the silver and the gold, and the land where the buffalo once roamed. Indian soul, Indian
This book is the best of all Kiss books. It was written by, Peter Criss.
Lydia.
No, Lydia Criss. It's Peter Criss' wife. And this is a Kiss book. It's called Sealed with the Kiss. Look at that, black. It's got an intro. And the thing, words. Kiss, Peter Criss smoking a cigarette, man. It's Kiss, man. Lydia Criss's book. Go to lydiachriss.com and check out Sealed with the Kiss. How many of y'all like Kiss? Everybody likes Kiss. There should be 2 Kisses. You should have Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley and those guys. And then let Ace Frehley and Peter Criss and Monte Carlo do the other Kiss. Sealed with the Kiss. By Lydia Criss. In fact, what's this on my shoe? I'm wearing a box. Check out Sealed with the Kiss by Lydia Criss. And also, hey, what the heck? Go to kiss.com, whatever it's called, and check those clowns out. We're getting back to the movie. Y'all Dory, Monster from the Deep. Get out of my way. Oh my God.
Look, it's rock and roll!